If your business needs your approval to move, you do not own a company. You just own a job that just grew its teeth. And the worst part, the more your revenue grows, the more trapped you become. So today, I'm going to show you why most founders are not even scaling. They are just accumulating invisible debt, not revenue debt, not money debt, operational debt, and it's quietly stealing your life. By the end of this video today, you will know one thing: whether you built a business or just a machine that cannot breathe without you. Let's audit it. Most founders think that scaling means just more clients, more revenue, and more employees. But here's the uncomfortable truth: revenue growth hides structural weakness. You add 20K in your monthly revenue, and suddenly you need another manager, another assistant, or might be another layer of communication. You call this growth. I call this dependence expansion. Your company starts needing you for decisions, approvals, classifications, direction every day, every hour, and every notification pulls you back in. You stop being an owner and become the central processing unit of a fragile system. That's the approval trap. Let me just give you a different lens. The biggest cost in your business is not payroll, not marketing either, not software. It's the decision friction. Every time someone asks, what should I do with this? And can you check this? Or might be, is this just okay? Your brain switches context. And the context switching is expensive. Not financially, cognitively. Because each interruption, it breaks your strategic thinking, defocus, and long-term managing. So in reality, you are leaking execution bandwidth. And when the founder becomes the bottleneck, growth turns into pressure instead of freedom. That's when founders say, I am making more money, but I feel worse. Let's just dig deep into it. Most companies are built on human repetition. Someone checks tasks, someone approves the leads, someone reminds deadlines, and someone verifies the quality. These look like a small actions, but repeated daily, they create operational gravity. The company becomes heavier, as very slow and dependent. And here's the dangerous part: humans are variable systems. They forget, they delay, and they interpret differently, and they require supervision. So to manage humans, you have to more humans. Very common. So manager manages employees, founder manages manager, and the calendar manages founder. Now your company runs, but only because you keep pushing it forward. That's not skill. That's manual survival. Let me just simplify this. These are the only three types of businesses. Level 1, dependent businesses. Everything needs the founder. Decision flow upward and the growth increases stress. Most companies live here forever. And the level 2 comes out to be the structured businesses. They're the processes that exist, but humans still execute and decide. Founder is less busy, but still required. Somehow this is where many successful founders sit. And the level 3 comes out to be the autonomous business. Decisions here are predefined, and the logic replaces supervision. Humans execute, but the systems only decide. The founder is no longer the engine. They become the architect. The shift from level 2 to level 3 is where the freedom is created. Not by working harder, not by hiring smarter, but by removing approvals. Let me just make this real for you. In most companies, a lead comes in, employees check, manager verifies, and the founder approves. 4 steps, 4 humans, 4 chances for delay. But in an autonomous structure, lead comes in, the systems check the rules, and the action is triggered automatically. No waiting, no confusion, and no interruption at all. Here's another example. Most teams rely on someone to check the progress. Autonomous teams rely on triggered alerts. Like the system only speaks when failure is near. When the failure is near, silence means everything is working. Real operators do not build teams first. They build decision architecture, because every approval you remove, you reclaim time, your cognitive space, and your strategic clarity. And eventually, your life. I just want you to open your calendar from last week and count how many times someone needed your confirmation, someone asked you to what to do, and someone waited for your decision. Each one is proof your system cannot work without you and cannot think without you. And the business that cannot think without you cannot free you. It will always need you and you will be always bound to it. That's the real cost, not money, but it's your life energy. Here's the dangerous illusion. Founders believe that they are leading, but many are just responding to messages, maybe problems, decisions, and the fires in the business. Leadership creates direction. Like reaction maintains survival. If your day is reactive, your business is still fragile. So you do not escape the approval trap by hiring more people, working harder, or installing more tools. You escape it by redesigning how your decisions happen. The goal is simple. Build a business that moves even when you do not. Because real scale is not more revenue or more staff and more activity. Real scale is less dependency. Audit your work, audit your week. Every unnecessary approval was a structural failure. Fix enough of them, and one day you'll notice something strange. The business is running, and you are finally not inside it. That's when the ownership begins. Hope you got me. See you next one.